This is your boy John,
This is Daniel.
and this is Hot Take with Jon and Daniel. All right, let's start it off with the All Star game from this Sunday. How did you feel about it?
I was happy that I guess you could say that the captains picking the teams worked out for defense. Because even though they both scored a whole bunch of points, that's just because all the best players were together. But
But do
there
you
actually
miss
was some
that?
defense.
Do you miss that East versus West pride?
Kinda, but that means it kind of wouldn't be fair. I mean, it would be
Golden
Golden
State
State, LKC's All Stars, and the Houston Rockets
and
all,
James Harden and CP3.
all on the same team.
I mean, let's think about that Western All Star team.
Are the
Card
Pelicans in the East or the West?
Pelicans are in the West.
That means Anthony Davis is on that team too.
The Timberwolves too.
Yeah. The captain makes
You
a
have
lot of sense.
Cat, you have Anthony Davis, you have Jimmy Butt, you have CP3, you have Harden, you have Kawhi if he was healthy. And that's not even talking about Golden
Can
State.
you imagine that Al Horford might be a starter? What it might have been a starter on the East if it was
Yeah,
because Porzingis got hurt. Yeah, it was a good idea.
it would have been LeBron versus. It would have been like Michael Jordan versus Space Jam.
Yeah, the
The
Monstars.
Monster,
Yeah,
yeah, the
yeah.
Monstars. It'd be like Michael Jordan versus the
That
Monstars.
whoever thought of that idea. I think they saw it coming. Like this might not be pretty if it's East versus West.
Do
So
you know? Do you know what I like? Kevin Durant's idea. Kevin Durant said, "Let's play some backyard basketball type feeling." He said, "You take the two captains, you have all star picks, and a captain's like heads or tails for ball and first pick, and you just have them pick the guys off right before the All Star game. You throw in some black jerseys, you throw in some red jerseys, or red and blue, whatever the colors are, and you just go at it."
you know what I would have liked. Next year. I'm sorry, KD can't be on LeBron's team.
Whew.
There was
You have the two best players in the row.
there
That's
was a
Steph's fault though.
there was an Instagram post and it was like, imagine if Katie and LeBron were actually on a real NBA team together.
I
Like,
mean,
would that be fair? Not at
imagine if
all.
LeBron went to Golden State.
Yeah, that.
Talking about that, let's spend. I don't want to be Sports Center and literally just because all last week we literally had a segment called the Cavs trade and Bron sexual. So only spent like 2 or 3 minutes tops on LeBron. But where do you think he should go next year? Do you think he should stay in Cleveland?
Okay. It depends. What do you want? Do you want to get a statue, at the Quicken Loans Arena, or do you want
I mean, he
win
already
rings?
brought back a title to, or he brought a title to Cleveland. That
Okay,
deserves a
I
statue.
understand, but if he leaves, he's not getting a statue. You're not getting a statue if you leave a team twice, bro. No, I don't think anybody has ever got a statue if they leave a team
I mean,
twice.
Jordan retired, then came back and then left again.
John, he won. He spent 13 years with his
Okay, yeah,
career,
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
and then played the last two. So like, I don't know, but don't go. Well, obviously he's not going to Golden State. But if he was to leave, he wanted to win rings. It would be either Houston, and if Kawhi's healthy, go to San Antonio play with Popovich.
I like LeBron. I mean, on either team, LeBron on San Antonio with the healthy Kawhi, Popovich. I mean, the Spurs are only 10 games behind in the West,
Yeah,
and that's what with LaMarcus Aldridge being your best player on the
yeah,
team.
yeah,
In today's NBA, that team should suck, but Popovich has them in a great position. Kawhi Leonard will be back if he plays with Kawhi Leonard and LeBron. I mean, Kawhi Leonard and LeBron on the same team is something crazy.
yeah. Even without LaMarcus, Kawhi Leonard, and LeBron together would be something crazy.
But imagine LeBron, Chris Paul, and James Harden. You have three guys who can all play off ball. Three guys who don't need the ball in their hands. Chris Paul is a playmaker. James Harden can shoot the ball very, very good. One of the best pure shooters in the NBA.
I've never heard of LeBron. I haven't seen LeBron play off ball in a while. You think about that?
Well, in Cleveland, I mean, he's not. He doesn't have the pieces around him to play off ball, but he can. He has the capability to play off ball.
I just think that if people are going to be off ball, it will be Chris Paul and James Harden would be perfect. Actually, I think Chris Paul will become like Eric Gordon, a straight shooter, and then LeBron James and James Harden would take turns orchestrating the offense, which would be
See
beautiful.
how I see it? I see Chris CP3 at the one, James Harden at the two, LeBron at the four. Let LeBron bang down there with the big boys, not have him running up and down the court.
Why would you put wear and tear on one part of his body and not on the other? Imagine, okay, LeBron is 33 or 34. you're gonna have him play against power forwards and centers.
It gives him a more controlled role where he's not driving in and jumping up and down. It's about stability. A lot of big guards make a shift to forward on the forwards later in their career.
I mean, it obviously could work, but man, they're really gonna have to decide. I've heard that the money doesn't work in Houston though,
Yeah, no, it
because
doesn't.
LeBron wants top dollar.
And the bench there is.
Yeah, they get paid. So yeah, we'll see about that.
I personally want to see LeBron stay in Cleveland.
Okay.
I've heard an interesting article that interesting argument that if LeBron stays in Cleveland, then his chances of winning titles done. I don't believe that.
I fully believe that.
You don't think LeBron can get it done with Rodney Hood and company?
Okay, okay. Let's just say I fully believe that LeBron, and he's great. He's great. I don't want to get misconstrued as saying he's not great. He's great. He's great. He's great. He's all time great. But when you're projected to go to the finals and waiting for you in the finals is a 400 monster, and there's one dude on on that team that is specifically there to guard you
Yeah.
and the rebound.
Are you talking about Draymond or
Draymond
Kevin?
Green.
Like Kevin's the scorer, but Draymond.
They don't even need Kevin to hold him. They have Draymond to hold him, and then you have somebody specifically there for you not to be able to hold because because you need to score everything else. So you're tired, and I can admit LeBron is tired. LeBron's playing 42 minutes, being held by somebody who obviously hacks, and then he has to go back on the other end of the floor and hold a 7-foot shooter who can drive.
Yeah.
And you need somebody who can go get you buckets. You need a walking bucket. Kyrie was a walking bucket. IT was supposed to be the 25-point a game type of person. What he has now is Clarkson. He can create his own shot, but 15 points is not going to get it done.
I feel like we spent enough time just focusing on LeBron. I think that we need to wait and see how they do after this season.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the East in general. I feel like Toronto's not getting the respect they deserve. They won 9 of the last 10. They are leading the Eastern Conference by 2 games. The Celtics are 5-5 in the last 10.
Yeah, they fell off.
They've really fell off. Cleveland just blew out the Celtics. Do you think Toronto deserves way more respect? But then for some reason people don't never talk about Toronto as coming out the East. It's either Cleveland or Boston.
See, the problem with Toronto is their track record in the playoffs.
Kyle Lowry and DeRozan just couldn't get it done.
Exactly. In the playoffs, they have a good regular season. They make the playoffs. They're good players, and then come playoffs, in crucial moments, they decide to go hero ball, like 1-on-1, and neither of them are really that good at that. They're best when they play defense and move the ball around.
So what do you think they need just to break that ceiling that they have right now in the playoff second round team to make it into the Eastern Conference final, or eventually into the finals?
Don't change what got you here. What happens is that DeRozan gets into this. I don't know why he thinks he's in competition with LeBron, and come the playoffs, he decides
and he tries to
1-on-1.
No,
it's not gonna happen, bro. Because LeBron is not even the crazy thing is LeBron's not even going 100% at you. He's going at least 85, and you're going 100%, and there's nothing you can do about it. So don't try to go hero ball on him.
Just keep playing the system that works.
Yes. Move the ball around.
I think in this league they need one more big piece that they can either get in free agency, the draft, or a trade next year.
Here's the thing: they should have an advantage. They have Valanciunas and Ibaka in the paint.
Yeah, they have 2 really good big players.
So what is the problem? I mean, the Celtics big men, Al Horford, Greg Monroe.
I think they need one more scorer.
They might.
I think one more, like you said, go getter, and one more.
They just need somebody to get a bucket. Like he might be uncontrolled sometimes, but he's a bucket.
But more importantly, what I want to talk about is in the East, the competition is racking up. The Pacers are 7-3 in the last 10. Okay. The Bucks are 7-3 in the last 10. The 76ers are 6-4 in the last 10. The Wizards has been killing without John Wall. Imagine when John Wall comes back. The 76ers are 6-4. The 8th seed Heat, they're doing really bad. They're 3-7. But the Pistons are 6-4 in the last 10.
Pistons are a sleeper team.
With Blake Griffin?
You really don't want to see that team because they all like each other for some reason now. Like everybody wants to have a good game and everybody's happy when somebody goes off. So I wouldn't want to see that team in the playoffs. The team I would not, the team that everybody's sleeping on, I think, as again Toronto. Even though they're the front runner, people are like, okay, well,
they're definitely sleeping on Toronto.
They're gonna lose, but Celtics have to pick it up. Kyrie, I think don't get bumped in the first round.
I see the Celtics falling apart. They're a young team. I see the Bucks falling apart, especially losing Brogdon.
How early do you see the Celtics falling out?
I see the Celtics going second round.
Ooh,
I see the Bucks going first round. I see the Bucks getting put out the playoffs the first round.
what seed are they?
They're the sixth seed. Right now. If the playoffs started today, they'll be the sixth seed,
Oh,
and the Pistons will be looking in. But the Pistons will replace the Heat. That's my.
yeah, I think yeah they'll make it in. They'll make it in. And I'm sorry, the East really don't have a dominant big man, and those two are tandem Drummond and Blake Griffin. So that could work.
If the playoffs start today, though, this would be interesting. Embiid and Simmons will be playing Boston and Kyrie.
Okay.
Well, why did I say Boston and Kyrie? They'll be playing the Boston Celtics, and I don't know what to say right now because Ben Simmons and Embiid and JJ Redick have been playing really, really good.
Yeah, they're happy
Like
too.
really good. Do you know what I do want to see though? I want to see a Pacers Wizards matchup.
I mean,
That bad boy Victor Oladipo.
whoever they play is gonna.
Come on now,
Whoever,
you got to talk about Oladipo.
okay, Oladipo. Look,
24 points a game.
I'm happy for him because you know what? Everybody thought the Pacers got robbed by giving up Paul George.
They knew if they were. I thought the same thing.
And I mean, everybody was like, okay, well, the Pacers are gonna suck. Look, he hasn't been playing really well. He's going off. We never thought Oladipo would be a face of a franchise.
He's averaging more points than Paul. Who would have thought going into the
Exactly.
season that Oladipo would be averaging more points than Paul George?
All these trades did not shake up the way we thought. I mean, even
We
though
thought Boston got robbed of the
Yeah,
Celtics, and
yeah.
both those got everybody but what's his name? Isaac is gone in Cleveland.
yeah,
The center.
see, yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, I'm loving this East right now. I mean, I like the Pistons. I like Andre Drummond and Blake Griffin. You have two. It's hard to beat post teams.
Yeah. Here's the thing: the if I don't, I still don't understand, but LeBron's team is the only team I would suggest that even without dominant post players, they can win just because they have LeBron. But other teams, if your post players are not playing well, I mean the East is not about shooting threes; they're going to the paint. So if you don't have a big man in there to anchor it, you're going to lose.
Can I give you a fact right now? The only two teams that's been 10-0 in the last 10 games are the Houston Rockets and the Utah Jazz.
Okay.
The Utah Jazz are 2 spots out of the playoffs. I see Donovan Mitchell leading the man.
I like Donovan Mitchell. New different look.
Oh, the
Let me get
Lakers are
picked.
sitting at number 11.
Lakers are out.
Well, yeah, we know Lakers not getting in, but
Do you think Donovan Mitchell is the rookie of the year? He has led them to 11 straight wins.
he has. I don't know. Cuz him and Ben Simmons both have a lot of help.
What?
Yeah.
A
Him and-
lot of help?
They both have substantial help.
I think if you switch,
Ben Simmons
I
and
love
Donovan
Ben
Mitchell.
Simmons.
Oh no, I love Donovan Mitchell too.
But if you put Donovan Mitchell with Joel Embiid, I think they're a little bit higher in the East. I mean, he is playing. He didn't play with Rudy Gobert that most of the season, and so his next best player is Derek Favors. They got rid of Gordon Hayward, so he have Joe Ingles, Ricky Rubio. They got rid of Rodney Hood, and they're still winning. Donovan Mitchell was that man. I really don't get it, but he's winning games.
But I'm looking for a stat right now to pull up to talk about it. All right, let's be real. Gobert is one of the best centers in the league right now.
I know, but he hasn't he recently just got back. Like for the most of the beginning of
During
the
that
season.
10-game stretch,
Yeah,
Mitchell has help. Inglis is one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. Rubio is a great passer. Favors a versatile big man with a lot of talent. Tell us why the Jazz didn't start winning until Gobert returned if Mitchell's leading the way.
Oh, here's the thing. He needed help. Everybody needs help. He didn't have so he was a rookie, a fresh out rookie who was leading the team and he had to do it all by himself.
Yeah, he needs help.
So he needed help. So
And
then he has Gobert come back who is a beast and a monster.
But don't say that he's doing it by himself.
I mean, and all right. So here's what I believe about basketball. Obviously, it's a team game. It's more of a team oriented game now. But in certain moments in the game, one player can take over in those moments. It is a team game, and your teammates can lift you to that moment. But at the crucial moments, it's been Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell has been good.
It,
I can't take anything away from him. But Ben Simmons has Redick and Embiid. He has Embiid, who was an All Star, might be All Pro.
yeah, it's my man Dario Saric.
Yeah.
Embiid is an all star.
Do you know? Do you know a weird thing I see right now?
What?
The Pelicans with just Anthony Davis. I see them falling off the playoffs.
Oh, they will. I mean, because I still don't understand. How can you have two players who each average like 25 and 15, and they're not destroying teams? You don't need them.
I mean, it's a
You have
small
Drew
world.
Holiday. Drew Holiday is
Literally a
going to give
small
you
ball world.
16. He's going to give you 16, right? But you have two players who can get you 25 and 15 a night, and you have somebody who's averaging 16 points. And Rondo's is going to pass. He's not that good at scoring. He's going to pass. So I don't understand how they lost games. But once the Marcus went out and they were losing games before when they had both, yeah, you already knew they were going to slip out of any type of playoff contention or berth.
Okay, this is probably not important. I think I'm making a bigger deal than what it should be. The Golden State Warriors are 6-4 in their last 10 games. For anybody else, that's really good. For Golden State, it's not. But do you think Golden State is just bored?
I think they are bored.
What did they have to play for? They know they're the best team in the West, probably the best team. They're probably the best team in the league right now. Until somebody proves it different, they're the best team in the league.
I think what needs to happen is, and it'd probably be the worst thing for everybody else. I think they should let. If I was another team, I would kind of let them wallow in their mediocrity. I wouldn't try to blow them out because once you blow them out,
They get pissed
then
off.
they're like, oh wait, we're the Warriors, and then they just go on this run for the end of the year, and then they're hot for the playoffs.
Let me ask you a bold pick right now. This is something that's completely fake, will probably never happen. Imagine a play. Who would you take in the finals if, say, Golden State and Houston don't make out the West? Yeah, I know.
Okay.
And Cleveland and I'll say Toronto. Cleveland and Toronto don't make it out the East. Hypothetical question that definitely won't happen. I would not bet my life on it, but I'm just saying, just for fun. If we take Houston and Golden State out the West, and we take LeBron, it's not even the Cavaliers. We take LeBron and Toronto out the East. Who do you see going to the finals?
Well, it'll be the Celtics for the East, I believe,
Okay.
and for the West, Spurs. I mean, can't really think of another team.
I'm gonna be different. For the East, I like the Wizards or the Pacers.
The Wizards are not with. The Wizards have a major problem.
I'm
They have a major problem somewhere. They have Bradley Beal and John Wall. They each get 40 combined, but something's wrong. They're not gonna. They haven't
they've
yet,
been playing better without John Wall, in my
which
opinion.
is a problem. And they have locker room issues. Some people don't even like John Wall in that locker room at all.
Okay, can you imagine the Washington Wizards without John Wall? And if not, where does John Wall go?
I mean,
Imagine John Wall in Milwaukee. I mean, I'm just speaking from a Milwaukee native. I don't think it'll ever happen.
plenty of people could use a John Wall on their squad, so it doesn't matter where he goes.
Eric Bledsoe experiment did not work out. I mean, they're playing better, but they're not in contention for a finals.
I have been saying for a long time, the Bucks are one flashy player.
Oh, they are.
They're one pretty flashy player from just taking
Hold
over.
on. Now imagine this. You have John Wall in the starting lineup. That means you either put Bledsoe or Brogdon on the bench. I think you have Brogdon late the second year. I say you put them both on the bench. So you have playmaking ability off the bench.
Is Brogdon a taller point guard?
I think Brogdon's taller.
Yeah, you can put him at the 2 if you want.
I don't like Brogdon running the 2. But look, this is the thing. If you have John Wall and Giannis in the starting unit, I think you divide the talent. Because I think Milwaukee needs a bench for playoff basketball. Now that they have, they need a couple more role players. But if they get John Wall, that blows the whole thing out of proportion.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't know who they need, but
I thought they need a shooter. I thought they should have traded for Kyle Korver.
See, not even that though, because they could be like the 76ers. They shoot threes, but they have certain three-point shooters.
JJ yeah. Milwaukee doesn't have those shooters though.
I mean, you get one. I mean, I'm thinking I don't know, but John Wall going there. Okay, then we really start talking Bucks and 6 for real. Bucks and 6.
Yeah.
I don't know what shooter they could get. But they're really just one flashy player away from them actually being in title contention because Giannis and himself is a monster. 28 points a game.
And if Giannis had a shooter, surrounded him.
See, I don't even think that. See, yeah, shooters are definitely helped, but like you said, they need more talent on their bench.
And
Like,
John Wall gives you both.
yeah, they need more talent. You don't bench
Oh, no,
John
no, no, no,
Wall.
no, no. I don't mean John Wall gives you both as.
Oh,
I mean John Wall gives you the ability where you can take a Bledsoe and put him on a bench.
okay,
Yeah.
I understand.
You don't bench
I
John
was gonna
Wall.
say that would be terrible for like. I'm mad that we now talk about like what's happening in the locker room as like what translates to the court. But you put John Wall on any team on the bench, it's worse than IT.
We talked about basketball for 20 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
You're a football guy. I'm a football guy. We want to keep this podcast short, so 5 minutes. You're the Browns. You're the Bills. You need to draft the quarterback who you're taking.
If I am the Browns, I am taking. Even though I really don't like him, I'm taking Josh Rosen.
Woo! Chosen Rosen.
So many times the people say the Browns need a quarterback, and they need a quarterback,
I
but they
didn't
always pick him at the wrong time.
I didn't think we'll agree on this. I thought you would say some dumb stuff like Sam Darnold
No.
or I mean I like Sam Darnold
Sam Darnold
or
is good,
Josh Allen
but
from Wyoming.
in the games that I actually watched Sam Darnold, like the last game, he you could see why he was an NFL talent, obviously.
Yeah.
But there's something. But NFL, you gotta jump off the screen.
I'm not saying they're bad quarterbacks. They're good
And
quarterbacks.
they're great. Obviously, they're good quarterbacks. But Chosen Rosen, and I'm mad I'm calling him by his nickname. Chosen Rosen. That man will light up the scoreboard. And in the NFL,
That's what you need.
You need that.
A pocket passer.
And yeah, so the Browns really want to make strides, and they always say we're going to get a quarterback. They get a quarterback, but like in the third round. You don't need a third round talent in an already bad team. You need a first round talent in a bad team to get it started. Deshaun Kaiser, good quarterback, third round talent, second round talent.
I'm not even going to argue with you. I agree 100% with Josh Rosen. I do. I think he's a top 10 pick. I think he's the best quarterback in the draft. I think he's the most complete quarterback in the draft. I think he's the most talented quarterback in the draft. I think in a pocket perspective, he's the most athletic quarterback in the draft. Okay. Inside the pocket.
Here's where we disagree. My only problem is he doesn't look like an NFL quarterback.
What do you mean he doesn't look like an NFL quarterback?
He's tall.
He's 6'4", 210 pounds.
He's tall, but the way he looks is the way he's built. You can't just throw out the way he's built. Does not look.
He's 20 years old. He's not framed completely yet.
Okay, so what you're saying is you're gonna start him, correct?
Yes.
So you're gonna start him with the Browns, who do not have a winning culture, and it's hard to get people motivated when you don't have a winning culture. That means your quarterback at 20 years old, or he'll be 21 throughout the season, is going to be playing against grown men who are coming to kill. They're coming to make sure the Browns will never be good again. And you expected him to do something with that? Without those man bones?
I think Josh Rosen has the man bones and the man parts to make plays. I have a different argument for you. This is going to sound outrageous to a lot of people. I don't think Baker Mayfield is top 5. I don't. He's a 6 foot, quote unquote, 6 foot quarterback. I think he's 5'10". And he makes big plays. He had a great team surrounding him. To be honest, my top 5 goes Josh Rosen, number 1, easy. Josh Allen at number 2.
You're picking the Giants getting the heir apparent.
What?
The heir apparent to Eli Manning. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. I'm talking about my not my draft order. I'm talking about my rankings of quarterbacks.
Oh, yeah. Okay, my bad.
Sam Darnold at 3, Lamar Jackson at 4.
Ooh.
Hey, we'll get into Lamar Jackson in a minute. And at 5, that bad boy from Oklahoma State, Mason Rudolph.
So Rudolph. I like Mason Rudolph. And that man has an arm on him. But Lamar Jackson, I'm sorry. Yes, let me explain. Lamar Jackson
It's not Deshaun Kaiser. He's Deshaun Watson.
No, he's not.
He is.
No, he's not.
He is a winner. He is a playmaker.
He is not fast. A winner. You think about it. And Lamar Jackson, he won a Heisman, okay? And after the first half of his seasons at Louisville, they've been pretty bad. He's not a winner. He is not a winner. No. You can't just decide you can't just compare him to Deshaun Watson.
Okay. In 2017, Jackson completed 59% of his passes.
Okay.
For 3,660 yards, with 27 touchdowns and 10 picks. He averaged 6.9 yards a carry, with 1,601 yards and 18 rushing touchdowns.
Let me explain to you
He
who
puts points on the board.
Lamar Jackson reminds me of a skinny Terrell Pryor.
No, don't disrespect him
No,
like that.
no. He's a great
He's
talent.
way better athletic
He's
and
a
way better
great
player.
talent, but he's a small dude.
Can we call him a skinny Mike Vick?
That's highly disrespectful.
I mean, the same.
Mike Vick was
Madden 04.
Mike Vick was a once in a generational talent. Okay, my man. Come on now, that dude could fly. See, Lamar Jackson's fast, but again, he takes long strides. He's tall. That's another problem with him. He's tall, which is good for a quarterback, but he has weight, but it's just all spread out.
He's a target.
He is a target, and at quarterback, I mean, what team? What would you pick him up if you were a GM?
If the four or the three quarterbacks I named before him
You would take him before Baker Mayfield.
I'll take him before Baker Mayfield.
Would you take him before my guy from Wyoming?
Oh no, I named the Dallas Wyoming the number 2 best quarterback to me in the draft. Would I take him before Josh Rosen?
Sam
Darnold. I don't know. When I take him before Sam Darnold, those are my 1, 2, and 3.
See,
But if you ask me, would I take him before Baker Mayfield? Yes.
I just don't think so. Lamar Jackson, he's not. He can make some throws, but other than 2 seasons, no, he can make some throws, but he's more of a athlete. He's an athlete.
So would you take him over Baker Mayfield? The
No.
undersized wannabe Brett Favre gunslinger who is 5'10" and not very fast, and people say he has the it factor, but does he really have the it factor? He couldn't get it done in the grandest stage of them all. That Baker Mayfield.
See, all right, can you put me in a possible scenario of me drafting a quarterback? Like, can you put me on a team that needs, like, so if I'm like the Broncos, right?
If you have all the pieces, you just need a quarterback. Who you're taking?
If I'm the Broncos, do I necessarily need to draft?
You have a running back. You have a great defensive team. Players.
I'll get Case Keenum before I
get
Lamar Jackson.
That's a wild call.
Before I get Lamar Jackson,
we're not talking free agent.
And look, and honest to God, no. See, Baker Mayfield wouldn't match.
If you're the Bills, who would you take?
If it was down to Baker Mayfield and Lamar Jackson, or just anyone,
anybody in the draft.
Well, Josh Rosen's going number 1.
Oh wait, time out. Yeah. That makes it easy. For any team, you take Josh Rosen. Okay, you're the Bills, and Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson, and the guy from Oklahoma State are all on the board.
I'm taking my guy from Oklahoma, Mason Rudolph.
You're taking Mason Rudolph
over Lamar Jackson? It's kind of not fair. Lamar Jackson and Baker Mayfield will drop in this draft. Once those quarterbacks get picked, I'm sorry.
I see Lamar as a late 2nd round, early 3rd round pick.
They talk about turning him into a receiver.
See, if I'm Lamar Jackson and they tell me I'm still in this line, and they tell me I'm playing receiver, I'll say I'm playing against you. Lamar Jackson is a quarterback.
He is a quarterback.
Yeah, because this podcast is getting long. I'm going to end it on this note. Lamar Jackson, if you're any chance that you listen to this podcast, which you're probably not, we get like 60 views a week.
We thank you for those 60 views.
Yeah, we do. We support the 60 views. But if any chance you hear this and it gets to you, you better not play receiver. You better not play running back or cornerback. You better keep making the plays you make at quarterback.
Yeah, don't let them change you, man. Don't let them change you.
All right, this is your boy Hot Take with Jon and Daniel. This is your boy Jon.
This is Daniel.
Thank you for another week of Hot Take with Jon and Daniel.